I can always tell a junior planner from a senior one by one single phrase. What is it? Unique selling proposition. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should stop using it and what you should be using instead. One of the biggest mistakes I see junior planners make is referring to the unique selling proposition, or USP for short. The USP comes from the 1950s, coined by advertising legend Rosser Reeves. His theory was that all brands must have a point of difference in order to succeed. The unique selling proposition was the definition of what made you different from your competitors. But 70 years later, there's two problems with the USP. Firstly, just because you have a point of difference, it doesn't mean it's going to appeal to the target audience or influence buyer behavior. Just because you can add a Bluetooth speaker to a toothbrush doesn't mean you should. USPs encourage product-orientated thinking rather than consumer-orientated thinking. The second problem with USPs is that it ignores the power of the brand. Some categories are hard to innovate in, like commodities. Brand is what makes one bag of rice command a higher price and be chosen more often than another bag of rice. In other categories, popular features and points of difference tend to be quickly stolen and replicated by competitors, so your point of difference becomes a point of parity. Byron Sharp, author of How Brands Grow, encourages marketers to think about being distinctive rather than being different. Create things your brand is famous for so you easily can come to mind in buying situations. He suggests it doesn't matter if two competitors can technically talk about the same feature, they'll do it in different ways, and usually one better than another. For example, all car brands have safety features, but Volvo have built their brand positioning around being the safest for decades. By being distinctive and being consistent, they are famously the safest car in the world, or at least that's the perception. It may not even technically be true. Likewise, Pepsi could position around happiness, but they can't because Coke already owns this. Mark Ritson is a little more forgiving on the concept of differentiation. He suggests that if you do have a point of difference that's also meaningful for consumers, then by all means flaunt it. But if not, distinctiveness works too. So, what do you use instead of the unique selling proposition? A single-minded proposition. Let me give you an example. Cadbury Favourites is a popular gifting box of chocolates in Australia. It competes directly with another brand called Celebrations, which is owned by Mars. The two products are almost identical except the range. One has Cadbury sub-brands and the other has Mars. If you had to write a USP for Cadbury Favourites, the only thing unique about it is the range of chocolate. But Cadbury decided that being unique wasn't going to solve their business problem and would overlook a consumer insight. The objective was to get people to buy one more box per year, and the strategy to achieve this was to own a new category entry point. It resulted in the iconic tagline, "What to bring when you're told not to bring a thing." Let's look at the ad.
Oh, we'd love to.
Okay, great. We'll see you guys this afternoon.
Bye.
Oh, and don't bring a thing.
Don't bring a thing.
Sweet.
We have to bring something.
We so do.
Hi, guys.
It's a croquet bush. 30 litres of jelly.
It's Chinese.
She will she-way me. Don't touch it. How big's your barbecue?
Cadbury Favourites. What to bring when you're told not to bring a thing.
If you want to learn more about what a single-minded proposition is and how to nail writing one, check out the video below. Thanks to Strategy Finishing School member Zach Martin for contributing on this video too.